I'm going to start at the back end and dry this much, and then the legs, and the last thing I'll go to the head. If Muffin is really not wanting her head worked on, I'm not going to argue with her. That can drip dry, and I can deal with it another time. So. And I'm going to dry where the air is blowing. I want to dry slowly. I want to move the brush slowly. And she doesn't like this. It's not the drying she minds, she doesn't like being brushed. We have discussions about brushing. And it's really hard to not let her win. But I know if I do, she'll just get worse. I'm not going to worry about the tangles coming out because I'm going to shave it, shave it when we're done.
If I was an alley dog, I would just be, I know, I can't stop her. Look at her.
She's giving you kisses. Hey, get me out of this, Jean.
I can't make her.
I'll go home with anybody. Just get me out of this.
I can't make her.
Okay. But it's going to be easier on her now because her feet will dry a lot faster. I'm going to go get one more towel. Got her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I could have been doing that while you...
No, I didn't think about it. But her feet are just still a little damp. And so I can squeeze some of that moisture out. And that'll help them dry a little faster. And I'll let you get the front ones and give her something else to think about. And just squeeze them, just like that. Perfect. Thank you very much. Oh, you get that? Thank you. I am so glad I had the bathroom clean today. Oh, that's a good girl. Well, you can lift your leg if you want. I'm okay with that.
It's all right. Oh, I know.
Oh, we're going to start singing? Oh, lovely. I swear, if people have other lives, she must have been an opera singer. She comes out with some incredible sounds.
What do you think?
And I want to hold where I'm working because that'll make it pull less. And if it starts getting into a snarl, I just let it go and find something else to work with. We'll take it out with some mat splitters later, but I don't think she's got anything that hard to work with. I keep her pretty short. We keep the house warmer so she can stay warm, and she goes potty on paper so we don't have to go out in this awful cold weather that we're dealing with. But spring is soon. We'll go for walks when the weather hits 50 consistently, and you can find out what grass is all about.
You had to add that consistently because it's probably going to be 50
Yeah.
by Saturday.
Right now it's just the beginning of March, so it's the weather is teasing us with what might happen down the road.
March last year I mowed 3 times.
You'd already mowed 3 times last year this time? Oh my goodness.
Middle of March. And it was warm. It was so warm and that grass was blue. The first time I ever mowed it all in March.
It's all right. You're doing good. You're doing fine.
I really like Bernadette's Duquette's idea to bungee cord the legs. They're so much more stable. Settle. Come on now. I know you don't want your butt worked with. You like it rubbed. You just don't want it combed and brushed. We're not going to comb. We're just going to brush. I promise. A little bit of combing when I scissor, but nothing. No comb outs. Yeah, you're fine. Oh.
You're a good girl. No, that's okay. You'll be fine. It's okay.
It's always good to be able to do everything left-handed.
Yeah.
A little bit anyway. At least with the brush.
You want to front?
No, I'm going to work on her a little bit on both sides so that give her something to... She seems to be bothered less by this brush than the other one. So sometimes she's okay with the other one, sometimes she seems to fuss. Oh my, what a fuss. There's not even a snarl there. Aren't you the big baby? That's part of being a girl, kid. You gotta look beautiful.
You're fine.
My goodness, it's all right, Muffin. Come on now. I know, you just don't like this back end business, does you, huh? Good girl, you're fine.
I know. Come on. Yeah, we need a
I got treats for you when we're done. Oh, that shushed you for a minute. She got quiet for a second there. Sure sign it's a performance when the treat word gets them to stop. Calm down now. Got to show the nice people how to do this. Yeah. You want to brush very lightly. I'm barely going over. I don't want to dig down and hurt the skin. I'm just kind of lifting that hair out so the warm air can dry it. And I've got this dryer set on warm. I don't want to put it on hot because that might scald her skin. You're upstaging me, young lady. Is that a nice thing to do, huh? I want to brush sideways on the tail. I don't want to go against the tail because she really is displeased when I do that. Settle her down if you can. Muffin, calm down. Hey, 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 settle down. Hey, hey, easy, easy. Good girl. That's good girl. You really just can't stand the back end.
Don't want her tail done.
She doesn't want any of this. She does not want anything to do with brushing. That's why I keep her short. I don't ask her to grow long. With this hair, I'd have her at least 2 inches long. She is so beautiful.
Yeah.
But it would be cruel to make her grow out.
It's all right, Muffin.
As a dog groomer, it just irritates me when people come in and they don't care what it puts the dog through, they want him left long. And those are the people I said, I'm sorry, I'll have to find someone else to intentionally hurt them.
She wants me to hold her while you
That teacher's there to get off the table. So,
I'll just lean in.
yeah, you can lean in. But I want her to think she has to stay on the table till she's done. She'll fight even harder if she thinks she can get out of it.
You can't get out. That's it, Mom. No. I know.
You want her to stand?
No, she can sit or stand as she wants to.
All right.
And I'm just barely going over this tail. I'm doing my very best to not scratch the skin. I'm just kind of lifting that hair away from the skin so that the air can dry it. Hey, your trilling is really pretty. I'd much rather that than the shrieks. Muffin, there's not one snarl in here. You are really performing, my friend. Hey, 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 hey. Calm down. You're fine. You're fine. Don't escalate. Yes. You're fine. You are really performing, my friend. Do you know what it is to be in front of a camera? Huh? Maybe you were Camille in another life. Were you Camille in another life, huh? Hi. Well, that was what it was, huh? You want to come and complain to me? Yeah, good girl. Yeah, good puppy. Yeah, you don't like your tummy brushed at all. I'm trying to wait on that till the very end. Maybe we can get out of doing much on the tummy. Good girl. There you are. Good girl. Because it's her left eye that sees a little bit, that's why she keeps turning left to check things out. When she circles, she goes to the left. So there's a treadmill right next to the bathroom, and we get on that, and she can walk straight as an arrow when she needs to. And she seems to like the treadmill. We just need to get on it more, and it's not her fault, it's mine. So we'll get on there again soon. Good girl. Yeah, much better. Thank you. We're away from the back end, so now she's going to relax a little bit. She doesn't want her stomach brushed, and she doesn't want her back end done. I'm okay going across the tummy, but she doesn't want it going forward at all. Don't know what the deal is. Good girl. You never let me do this much before in the tummy without complaint. This is real progress. I am so proud of you. Good job. Thank you. Yeah, good girl. Oh, I so wish you'd get okay with this. Maybe this next year, this time, you'll be okay with me growing you out a little bit. She has such beautiful hair. Oh. I wish I didn't have to shave her feet. I think she looks adorable with fuzzy paws, but whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, Jean, you're our tether. Oh, she's apt to do anything. She says, I'll try anything to get off this table. I've slipped off, I've jumped off, and Mom always catches me. She always catches me. That's one of the few places that's not padded. Generally, I have everything covered with foam, and we'll show that to you when we put Muffin away in her pen. When I'm here, generally she's loose, but I've got her padded, so after a seizure, she's real hyper and disoriented and bangs into stuff, so there's only foam or real thick rugs for her to bang into. I know. That's all right. It's all right. It won't take but a little bit longer. And this leg is almost done. Yeah, I know. Right. I know. I know. I know. Yes, I know. Good girl. Oh, what a good dog you've been. Such good puppy. I'm just going to put It would. She'd just be gorgeous, but there's just no way until once she's house trained. She's getting there. Most of the time, many times a week, she'll leave this area and go back on the paper. She doesn't have it down total, but if I'm with her, I see her start. There's a difference between circling to wander and circling. I'm getting ready. So when I see her getting that, I say on the paper, and she'll negotiate herself in there. So she's learning. She's, I know, I wouldn't want my armpits combed either. I'm being gentle. I'm being gentle. See, even the comb isn't ever gentle. It's all right. Yes, it's all right. Yes. Yeah. I'm not worried about pulling out tangles. I just want to get it dry. Yeah. Blades don't like cutting wet hair. It's all right. That's a good girl. She needs to feel a secure grip so she feels steady. Yeah, let go of the leg, just hold the body. She needs to feel like she's in...
clean and slippery.
I know. But she needs to feel like she can be in control of her legs to get her to feel stable with this.
It wasn't so hard to hold before.
Yeah. Good girl, Muffin. Oh, what a good puppy you are. Yes. That's a good girl. She says, I think this is absolute not fun. Yes. Much rather have cookies.
Running the streets and being all...
No, she would much rather have cookies and cuddle. She does cuddle with an absolute flair. She's one of the best back warmers I've ever had the privilege to live with. She just snuggles right up, and I can put her any way I need her to be, and she's more than happy in any position. This is the only problem we have. She's good for everything else. But she just is going to have some time to get her used to this grooming. So, now see if she'll let me do a little on her head. I'm just going to grab the scruff of her neck a little bit and see if she'll be okay with this. Just very gentle. Good, Muffin. What a good puppy you are. See, I can even let go. Wow, good girl. So I'm going to go with the lie of the coat first, and when it slides through easily that way, then I'll go against the lie of the coat. I just want to make sure it's really, really dry before I ask the hair to be clipped. And the clipper vac system I'm going to use to clip her with has a larger version that I have in the bathroom, and then there's a little tote or a smaller one for anybody that likes to travel or doesn't have as much space, that you can just pick it up and put it underneath the table. Yeah, like I said, I'm not working on the tail end anymore. It really does matter. If I get up here, she's getting much better about her ears. Now we're just going to pout. She does pouting very well. We can't get out of it, we'll pout. Huh. Good girl. But I want to make sure the air is coming from behind, so there's no chance of it blowing in her eyes. Are you hearing me okay, or am I being overwhelmed by the dryer? Okay. She's okay with, there's a power dryer that blows with heavy force, but that is so loud that I wouldn't be able to describe what I was doing. So we'll use that on another dog on another day. I have an adorable little Shih Tzu that's long coated that is totally okay with that power dryer, so maybe we can show that on another video. Okay, now I'm going to put my hand over her eye and just brush on her nose without blowing the air towards her nose. I'm just going to try and get the side of her face a little bit. I need to slow down. I was going too fast. The slower I move, the faster she'll dry, and the more likely she is to accept what I'm doing with less fear. That's a good girl. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You are being such a good dog, Muffin. It's a really good sign if when you're finished with a groom, they're better behaved than they were when you started. That means they're getting past whatever fear they have of what they think you're going to do. I'm going to cover the ear canal so that I don't take a chance on blowing air down in there. If you use good products, you can bathe the dog even every week or two. Oh, come on now, stay up. I'm going to hold that ear out of the way. I want to put my hand in front of, over her eye. But when flea season starts, she's going to get a bath every week with just a regular mild shampoo, just like we just did. Going to keep her short, and that way, and I'm going to avoid going anywhere other dogs congregate so that I avoid picking up little friends to bring home with us. And if we go out for a walk, we always spend at least 10 minutes looking for what might have come home with us so we can deal with it right away. Worst thing you do is let fleas get a foothold in the house, because they really don't know how to make a whole lot of friends. They're real big. Fleas are real big on family, especially your own. Now, how are we doing? Are we off? Oh, okay. It's not still running, though.
Yes, it's still running. Oh.
Okay.
Battery is getting low. I'm going to swap out right now.
Okay. So if you ever go to make a video, make sure you've got lots of batteries and lots of Okay. All right. We live again? All right. Now I have 15 on this clipper, and as I said earlier, because of my clipper vac system, it never got warm. If I didn't have the clipper vac to keep the cold air going across the blade, I would probably need 2 blades for each foot. So I'd have to let them cool. If I only had a couple blades, I'd maybe do 1 foot per day or spend all day doing the 4 feet. This is a number 4F. Again, it's called F for finishing. I'm going to turn the vacuum, or Jean's going to turn the vacuum on. I'm going to leave the hole open so to leave the hair long as possible. You're fine. You're fine. She usually doesn't have too much trouble with this. And all that beautiful fuzz.
Yeah.
Somebody would say, oh, you should save it. I did for a while, and nobody ever picked it up. And the trouble is, if you make something out of dog hair, I'm going to pull this coat down so I don't go along her spinal column. I don't want to go along the vertebrae of her spine, so I'm going to pull this skin down a little bit. Then when I lift it back up, I don't have to go down the spine. But when you knit something out of dog hair, this poodle stuff can be taken into skeins of dog yarn. But if you do that, if it ever gets wet, it has the same smell as any other dog that gets wet. So it's not something to wear out in the rain. I had a client once that had white Samoyeds. Took her 3 years for 11 dogs to give her enough hair for a jacket. And she said it smelled so bad that there was even humidity in the air. So she never did it again. She's pretty much tolerating all of this without a whole lot of grief. If I stretch her head up a little bit, I can get a cleaner line. What's nice about the clipper vac is it saves me a lot of time. It sucks that hair up so you get a cleaner cut, and I don't have to go over it as much. It's nicer for the dog. So it's a lot easier on her. Again, I want to come from the center of the leg over the edge in a diagonal. That's where I'm going to have the least chance of nicking and cutting anything. There's a fold of skin here. Maybe she was nicked there at some point. Easy. But we don't use that language in this house. No, we don't. Michelson family doesn't use that language. You must learn that language out on the street, huh? That's not a nice word. You didn't learn that word here. No, you didn't learn that word here. As I said, Muffin is a rescue. So if you are looking to thinking about getting a pet in your life, please consider rescue. Call your local veterinarian. Find out where they think is a reputable organization that does rescue. Muffin, watch your mouth. Watch the language. Easy. That's enough of that. She's had a lot. We're at the end of her patience, I think. Settle it. Muffin, settle down. Stop. Hey, stop that. No naughty words. We don't talk like that. This is only her third haircut. So, thank you for not growling at the school when we did this first day of class. I teach a grooming class for Rock Valley College, and she was our demo on day one, and if she'd have growled like that, my goodness, I would have been so embarrassed. So now the whole world sees it on video. You are a Sarah Bernhardt, my friend. Yes, you're Camille and Sarah Bernhardt. Come on, we should have named you Sarah, except for I like the name Muffin that you already had. Okay. Part of this is I'm near the back end. She does not want her back end done. Oh my. She doesn't want me near her back end. That's a lot of it. When I first started working on her, I saw some teeth.
Yeah, she was getting ready.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm not going to put her through a whole lot of hassle. I will give her something to put her nose in, but easy, easy. Keep those feet on the table. If she gets to where she's okay with this, then we can make her look pretty and fancy, but she's still pretty. Oh my, listen to you. There's not one snarl anywhere in here, and you're just putting up such a ruckus. Turn around here. Hey, hey. That is very rude. There are some nice people watching this. You want to show them you're a lady. Yes. And I'm going to close the ear, and I'm going towards the nose. I'm going to stretch the skin back a little bit. If you don't feel comfortable with this, then you need to wait until you are before you take that blade to the dog. Sometimes they're more funny about one side being worked on over another. As I said, I'm not going to nitpick it. I'm going to get what she'll put up with. And I'm thinking we're towards the end of her patience. I want to be careful I don't nick into the ear. I want to know exactly where this blade is at all times. You want to be careful because she'll fold that leg because she knows she can fall over, and that's another little trick to get off the table. She's got passive resistance down solid. I mean, she really understands how to work that. Now I'm going to tighten this up. This will take it another blade shorter. So now with the hole closed on the clipper back, it's like I just put on a number 5 blade without stopping. So I open it up again, and I'm back to the length of the number 4. So the less I have to stop and change blades, the faster this is over with, the sooner this whole anguish is over for her. Watch your fingers. I'll put it back to the hole closed. Watch your hand. And I want to go across the folds of skin. I never want to go with the skin. I always want to go across it. And we have to be careful. This leg tends to bend at the pastern. Is that pastern on a dog, I think? I hope. Good. I get my horse terms mixed up with my dog terms. All right. On the home stretch, Miss Muffin. You're not underneath the tummy, are you? Yeah, but I see their lips licking. I see you licking. That's usually on the way. That doesn't mean she's hungry. That means she's about to take a chunk out of me. She does not want me there. Yes, but you're being very patient tonight, and I thank you for that. I notice you are being very good for parts that you haven't been good in the past. So you're starting to realize if I put up with it, she's done with it sooner. That's when we start getting a real success, when they realize good behavior gets them out of it faster. Gets it over with. Easy. Now I'm going to lift her up just a little bit, and I'm going to go along the tummy. Fortunately, when she walks in her little evidence, she doesn't lay down in it. So for that, I'm really grateful. Still walking up it, that's all. I want to go across those folds of skin and be real careful not to nick anything. Nice smooth strokes. Yeah. All right. I'll show my scissoring skills another day. All I'm going to do today is try and get her comfortable. Don't do anything fancy on a special needs dog. As she gets more okay with this, then we'll start playing with some ideas. But until she is bored with the whole thing, this is all I'm going to do with her. When it's real cold out, we just kind of forget about the clipping, and I just tidy up spots with mat real easy. So, all right. Jean, you're doing a real helpful job here. Thank you. Now you can do this without a clipper vac, but it takes a lot longer. So now we're going to turn the vacuum off, if you would be so kind. And can you hold on to her? I got my scissors over here. Now I'll pick up my little comb, or Muffin's little comb, and some short scissors. And then we're just going to tidy her up, and she's done. Yes, you look a little bit like a mohawk, so we want to get rid of that. I'm going to lay the scissor down and close the top blade to it. Lay it down, close the top blade to it. I want to make sure I'm out from the dog. And pull the scissors as I close it so that it feels less like a bite or sounds less like a bite. Neaten up these whiskers a little bit. I will show you your side too. Yes, she's had about enough today, so we're not going to worry about showing every little bit. I'm going to lift the ear and make sure I've got total control over what part of the ear I'm working on. Good girl. Every once in a while, you want to give them praise. If they're giving you cooperation, let them know. Good dog. When I can figure out how to not mess with those eyebrows, I'd be real happy. She has the most gorgeous eyelashes. But it takes so much time to fuss and fiddle around with it to make sure I leave them. It's not fair to her. So,
Maybe next year.
yeah. If you see a spot I miss, for heaven's sake, say so. You're at a different angle than me.
She does have pretty eyelashes. Huh?
She does. They're gorgeous. My kid brother used to have beautiful eyelashes, too. And I don't know why one day he pulled all his eyelashes out. It was years before they came back.
Yeah, I imagine.
Mom was not happy. Okay. Now she's got a little bit more missing here than I'd planned on, but that's okay. It'll grow back. So I can take a little bit more off of here, and that'll make her head look a little leaner. Doctors have said her head's too wide. Well, I think it's just perfect. I don't think she's a big head. No, not at all. There. You look pretty good from there, kid. Let's comb this a little bit out and forward. Oh, stop. He said, I'm done, Mom. Let me go take a nap. Give me that treat you've been teasing me with. Okay. Better?
Yeah.
Here, I probably have another pair in here. Well, I thought I did. Yeah, here they are. So I could have sworn I had another pair in here. I want to make sure that her legs are like cylinders and not like a carrot or an upside down pine tree. She's getting to where she's okay with me scissoring the legs. It's funny because brushing, forget it. She doesn't want that, but the scissor doesn't bother her on the legs. You are being so good. Thank you. Good girl. Yes. Oh, I'm so proud of you. And I'm going to nitpick even less because she's given me such good behavior. Don't want to mess it up. No, 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 no. She got a little bit of hair here she doesn't need on this paw. It's done. It's done. It's done. I'm not shaving it. Hang in there. We're almost finished. Watch your fingers. Please. So again, I want to thank Rescued Heart Animal Hospital in Pekin, Illinois for the privilege of letting me have Muffin in my life, and Dr. Kathy Smith at Companion Animal Clinic for being her veterinarian, and Dr. Joe Frost and his mom for letting me practice on their dog, and for his guidance and veterinary class. We had a couple vet classes for our groomers, and Dr. Frost talked about skin infections, and Dr. Smith talked about all kinds of ears and rear stuff. And they both covered fleas and ticks and the problems of those nightmares. So be sure you check with your doctor of veterinary medicine for anything about fleas. Please buy your parasite products for fleas and ticks only from veterinarians. There's no Ralph Nader for pets. So people can make whatever claims they want about pesticides for pets, and anything that will kill fleas is poison. So please be real careful what you use. Make sure that if you have children in the home or anybody with breathing issues or allergies, ask the doctor, what is he okay with you having on the dog? And somebody once told me, don't eat or sleep near a dog with pesticide on it. You know, the dog has to sleep near it, so that kind of spooked me. Made me a little very uncomfortable, the whole idea. So now I just only use what the doctor says I should use. The dog's doctor, that is. Okay. Back in, please. There you go.
There you go.
Now there's all kinds of little places I could nitpick, but our main goal is what? Get Muffin comfortable. And then we'll finish up by showing you a picture of how her pen is all padded. Normally she hardly bumps into anything, but after a seizure, if she has one when I'm not here, I don't know. But after a seizure, she's disoriented and she just slams into stuff. So everywhere in her pen is padded with foam. And thank you very much, dear Lord, she doesn't chew on foam, hopefully forever. But if we have to protect the foam, we'll do that. But right now, we've got it covered with rugs and blankets and sheets. And so whatever she would slam into will hopefully be protected from her getting hurt. So. Now, if I bring this leg up just a little bit, she stands more with more cooperation. Yeah, I know, there's a piece of stuff there, isn't it? Okay. Almost done, girl. We're on the home stretch. Jean, you've been a really big help.
Oh, I hope so. Thank you.
Jean has got a 500-hour certificate in compassionate pet grooming. I'm certified master groomer with International Professional Pet Groomers Incorporated. So you can look those up online, or you can go to my website, compassionatepetgrooming.com, and we'll put those up at the end of the video. And Jean also has Kicking Back Miniatures. She's got the most beautiful miniature horses. And we're going to try and talk her into letting us record her making one of her, what do you call them, woolly caterpillars, into a beautiful, sleek, ready to go in the show ring. They look like little tiny miniature Arabians to me. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to look like. But
Hopefully they would, yeah. That's good.
her newest one is Alicia. And she is just gorgeous. Not much bigger than this when she was born a couple of weeks ago. It's amazing how tiny they are. And you have another one that's in Europe, don't you?
I have
Is that
one
is that Rascal or? Yeah.
One's in Saudi Arabia, Dubai,
Wow.
and I have one in England, and he moved to Ireland, so he's
Well, I'll tell you what, you
champion in
can't
three
get more
nations.
picky than the English and the Irish for horses. So that says a lot. So if you go to Kicking Back Miniatures, and we'll put that at the end of the video too, you can see some of Jean's beautiful horses, miniature horses. And Jean also has Feeling Groovy Pet Parlor, and she does cats and dogs, and has a really nice setup over there. And we're going to videotape Jean grooming a cat sometime soon, I hope. All right, what have I missed? I mean, I can see all kinds of spots I could play with.
just a little bit there. I'm trying to keep. Yeah, that's the only
Thank
part
you.
that bothered me. Thank you. That's
All
good.
right, like I said, we could do a whole lot more with Muffin, but
She's falling asleep.
okay, she is, huh? Okay. I'm seeing this part here that's getting my eye. She says enough already. Let me go back to bed. If you're not going to give me treats, let me go to bed. So, this is Muffin and Jean Estes and Sue Michelson wishing you have a great time grooming your special needs puppy.